year, I guess 6 months,
Wow.
6 or 7 months.
And then you had to have your surgery.
Well, as long as I was, as long as I has not been assigned to another place, I was considered on the Ranger.
Wow.
So that made my time on the Ranger increase quite a bit.
So, where were you when Pearl Harbor was attacked? What was that day like?
Now, that was after we were married,
Mm-hmm.
and we had not gone to church that Sunday for some reason, and I don't remember why. And we had just slept in and you know, hadn't done anything, hadn't been out the door, and Jeannie was fixing supper. And I don't know whether we'd even eaten before that day or not. But while she was fixing supper, I just turned the little radio on. And I found out that Roosevelt had already declared war on Japan because of their bombing Pearl Harbor. And they bombed Pearl Harbor with the very same plan we used 2 years before in fleet maneuvers for the West Coast.
Wow. Wow.
Huh?
So you'd already seen that type of.
Well, I hadn't been. That was
Yeah.
before I went in the service.
Wow.
2 years before. See?
Yeah.
So that would be a year and a half before I went in service. And they didn't. Now, it's stupid to go out and just bomb someplace like that and stir up a hornet's nest. You can see what I'm hitting at. And not have plans to take over. If they had plans to land the troops there, that would have been a good deal. But they didn't have any plans to land any troops there. They didn't even have any troops to land. All they had was aircraft carriers.
They didn't know that they were waking a sleeping giant.
No. But look what's happened since
What?
in Japan.
Oh. Not good.
Huh?
It's not good.
Oh yeah. Sure it's good.
Yeah?
For the people, it's good. Before, the only people that could make any money was the people that worked directly for the king. You see what I mean? But all the rest of them were subjects. Now what are they?
Free.
Now they're making more money than. Well, they're probably 20 years behind us. That's about what they would be, something like that. Through the years, they've gained a lot, a lot. But they had to start from kindergarten. You see what? Now, their average probably educated people are probably, well, at least high school level, the lowest, you know, and then the rest of them are college level or doctors or lawyers or whatever, and they've got their own companies. They couldn't have had a company then. Well, look at China right now. It's almost in the same boat Japan was. And if they don't wake up, it'll all be broke up. You know why?
No.
Almost half of the people right now are Christians in Japan.
Really?
Sure.
Wow.
Underground,
Mm.
2 or 3 or 4 get together. And that's about as many as can get together without being noticed and be killed. See?
Yeah.
Occasionally, you hear a missionary getting into Japan, but most of the time you don't get in there. If you go in as a missionary, you have to be a teacher, or you have to be a lawyer, or you have to be something that's not a teacher. That, you know, that's not showing that you're a Christian.
Yeah.
And you know what? Kristen, that's Sharon's daughter. Kristen graduated from DBU, Dallas Baptist University, this year. And you know Allison, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Kristen called me earlier this week and told me that she had just gotten a call that she had gotten a job where Matt's working. Not her boyfriend, but her brother, where he's working and she'll be working in the same section that he'll be working in.
Where's that at?
That's it. Well, there's a section of the Texas Baptist Texas Baptist Association that is called well, they handle the money for people who have a lot of money and they want to invest it or put it to Christian use through the years. It's a place like that. And it's right down there, downtown Dallas.
Wow, that's great.
And see, Bob's been working over at the children's, the Scottish Rite Children's Hospital for about, I think, 33 or 4 or 5 years. And this is true. Well, he said, or I understood him to say 2 buildings or two blocks from where he gets off or where he goes to work is where Matt's going to work.
Oh.
And Matt said the other day that it's about 2 miles. So I don't know. Maybe Bob hadn't walked it and Matt has. Because they go together, see. And
Yeah.
Bob will drop him off at his office or where he works, and he'll go on to work, and his wife is going to go to, Matt's wife is going to go to nursing school, and she's got one more week of taking tests that she has to have to get into nursing school for one subject in algebra that she didn't get
Oh no.
along the way. See, I don't know how she missed it, but she didn't get it, and she's got 3 weeks to get that year's work done.
Oh no.
Or it's a half a year's work done, I guess.
Wow.
And she's in the second, was in the second week. Maybe this is the third week. Maybe this is the end, will be the end of it. But anyway, I talked to Pat yesterday, and she said that well, anyway, she said that she was really studying hard. She's studying probably 14 to 15 hours a day
Oh my.
to get ready for 2 tests every day.
Oh wow.
That's what every section, every division of the subject is she's having to take a test on it.
Wow.
And she says, she thinks she's done good on all of them so far. But boy, that's a,
Oh.
what a,
So I'm kind of interested in how your Christianity might have grown or changed or whatever while you're in the service, like while you're in the Marines.
good night. Well, from the time I was 11 years old, and that morning that we went to church, and it was the first morning. Do you want to put it on here?
Only, I mean, if you want to.
Well, I thought maybe you wanted it.
Yeah, I already pushed play. It's already recording.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, well, that's all off. I just didn't, I thought you turned it off.
Oh, no, sorry.
No, okay. From the time I accepted Jesus as my Lord and Savior, that day on the way home from church, I've never doubted that I was a Christian. So, while I was in boot camp, they tried to take us or they took us to a Catholic mass. And boy, when I came out of there, I thought, what in the world is this? And I wouldn't go to mass after that. I didn't believe that anything that they were telling us was anything worthwhile to listen to. It didn't sound biblical. And that's all I had to go by, was the Bible. So, from there, and then when I first got in boot camp, or while I was still in boot camp, we went to a church off of the base. I don't know why we went to a church off the base, unless the sergeant that was in charge, unless that was his church. And he he'd like to take a platoon of men out there to